Hannah.
I'm Kayla.
Hi! When did you start roller skating, Kayla?
I started roller skating as soon as quarantine happened. I was like, I gotta get through this somehow.
Yeah.
So that's 4 months? 5 months?
5 months. No,
Yeah.
what?
4 months?
80 days. If you were gonna come up with a word for all of the people learning to skate because of quarantine, what would you call us?
Quarren rollers.
Quarren skaters. Teenage mutant roller skaters.
Oh, that's right.
I started skating even less time ago. I started in April, the end of April.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been like a month and a half.
And she's already on the road.
On the road.
On the road.
We're on the road. Wait,
Skating in traffic.
let's show everyone our. Can I show everyone our RV? I started skating a month and a half ago, and I started on the Sure Grip boardwalks, and then I got the Jackson Vista Viper.
Hey.
We're actually filming a video, but thank you. We're filming a review of our roller skates. Yeah. We don't have a YouTube channel. We're doing this because we couldn't find any reviews for the skates that we wanted to buy, so we're making one for other people. Yeah, they're like 2 weeks old. Thank you. Amazing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Now that we're back from our little photo shoot, what spurred me to want to do this video was because when I was trying to figure out an alternative skate to buy that wasn't Moxie, because you can't get Moxie even if you had $1 million right now.
Well, I really want to get the jack boot, but the issue with the jack boot is it's $1 million.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there must be a good supportive boot that's not $1 million and that's vegan.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of like, when we saw this online, we thought this is too good to be true.
Yeah, we were like, when we saw it's marketed as like a good intermediate to advanced skate, so we were kind of like, oh my god, is this the half the price of the jack boot, but also hopefully as good? So a little bit about the Jackson Vista Vipers. Jackson Ultima is a Canadian company that makes figure skates, and they've started making roller skates as well and like branching out into that world. They make 3 different types of skates using the Vista boot, which is the like seems to be their standard boot. And really the differences are the plates. So you guys probably know about the Jackson Evo, which is the like closer to beginner skate. It's $295 Canadian dollars, because we're in Canada here, for those of you who didn't know. And it comes with a nylon plate. The Viper plate is the alloy aluminum, and the skate is $395 Canadian. And then the Falcon plate is aircraft aluminum, and it's $465 Canadians. The Jackson Vista boot it comes in 3 different colors: black, red, and purple, which is the one that I have. It's a microfiber suede, so it doesn't really feel like traditional suede boot. It's like the suede texture has kind of been like flattened out, which is what makes it the microfiber, I guess. And depending on which website you look up the boots on, some of them say it's vegan or like faux suede, and some of them don't say anything about whether or not it's faux or real. So just if that's something that's important to you, maybe get in touch with one of the experts and they can tell you more about that. Other things about the boot, it's a wider toe box, which I knew getting them, but I didn't know how wide exactly they were going to be. And I have narrow, long feet, so I got a size 7, which is my street size is like 7.5, and they're a little bit roomier in the toe box than my Sure Grips were, my boardwalks. So wide and regular feet people, I think you're gonna be able to buy these like true to fit, and they're gonna fit really nice. If you have narrower feet like me, I'm not sure if I would want to size down, but I'm thinking about putting insoles in them, and I also just wear them with thicker socks, and that usually is pretty good. Other things about the boot, it has the rolled ankle cuff that keeps things nice and comfy for the back of your ankle and your Achilles. And it has a padded tongue, and it also has lots of ankle padding inside. I don't want to show you the inside of this skate because I have blood in it. Maybe I'll get the other one.
I love the sweat stains in it though.
But yeah, like I hope those are showing up on camera. This is the day after I filmed that part of the video where I'm talking about my sweat stains in my boots, and they're dry, but the sweat stain is still there, so just like a heads up. But look, once I lace them, you don't see them, it's fine. Another feature that Jackson talks about on these boots is the flex notch, which I guess is this little notch, which I guess allows for greater flexibility around the ankle. So these lace hooks are pretty like unique. I don't think I've ever seen them on any other skate. They're super sturdy feeling. They haven't really flattened at all like a lot of lace hooks do on skates. They're a little bit harder to lace up because of the weird shape and because they're not rounded off. These are like about 2-inch heels on the Vista, and they're about a 1/4 inch higher than my boardwalks were, which I thought was crazy. Like I didn't know there was such a big difference.
And they're the same shape as my Candy Girls. Yeah, it's like the back dips down more in the Jackson.
Yeah. When you squeeze it, it's like pretty stiff. Feels really supportive. I've been skating on these for 2 weeks, and you can kind of see both of them, like how scuffed up the toes are, and it's actually not too bad. What I have noticed is like literal like shaved chunks of the microfiber has come off of mine, so that's something to be aware of. Let's talk a little bit about the hardware of the boot. This iteration has the Atom aluminum alloy plates. Like for metal plate, these are my first metal plate skates, and I feel like they're pretty light, but I also have a very narrow frame of reference, so take it with a grain of salt.
The lollies are definitely lighter than this.
Yeah.
But also this boot is so much more supportive. So
yeah, this like the lollies are just unlined suede, and I think a lot of the weight probably comes from the padding in the boot as well. We have some aluminum alloy trucks from Pilot on these. All of this hardware is the stock hardware that came with the boot. And then the bushings or the cushions are urethane, and they're like this like kind of jelly red color that I like. And then the stock wheels that normally come with these are the Atom Pulse 78A 65mm wheels, but because the skate shop that I got mine from didn't have those in stock, I have the Sure Grip Motion wheels. Same hardness, same diameter, and I really like them actually. They're super gummy. Obviously outdoor skating, I do a lot of that. So the last piece of the boot we have is the toe stop and the toe stop like adjustment mechanism. I have the stock bionic rubber toe stops on here, and they are adjustable with an Allen key, which is cool, versus using a wrench to tighten or loosen them. The stock bearings are just the bionic AVC7 bearings. I think those are super common. I haven't changed them yet. The kingpin angle on these is 16 degrees. It's a 16 degree angle kingpin. I went for 16 because I am just getting into park skating, and I didn't feel like I needed something super aggressive in that regard. And they are really responsive, I found. Like I loosened them up obviously when I first got them, and I loosened the wheels, and I noticed right away like these versus the boardwalk plates are just so much more responsive. I described them to Kayla as like snappier when I put them on. Like they just like, it just kind of feels like it pulls you where you want to go versus like fighting against the plate responsiveness. My general experience with the Jackson Vista Viper is that They are super comfy. There was like really little break in time. Getting used to a stiffer ankle was a little bit of a thing, but once I kind of got a feel for that and broke them in a little bit, it was really easy to get comfortable skating on them, and I really like them, and I'm glad that I upgraded so quickly, because I had only had the boardwalks for really like 3 weeks or so, but the plates on my boardwalks actually started to come away because they're riveted on, not bolted. So I really like the Jackson Vista Viper. I feel really lucky to have gotten them. I think that for a derpy new skater like me, having a bit more support has been really great. And yeah, that is all I have to say about these.
Shots of a house just down the street. Then we crossed